And Santeria is an occult, and they like robbing people's houses. They're people that tells fortune telling, tarot cards, coconuts. They call themselves babalaos, and they call themselves witch doctors and santeros, and they call themselves, soothsayers and voodoo and all that stuff. Black magic, wicked. They do a lot of, they play around with spirits. And they like to do a lot of sneaky stuff. So they like to rob people's houses, and they like robbing people. They will get up in the morning. Well, they're not going to just pick you out of nowhere. Let's put it that way. One, you must be one of their neighbors or someone they know. Understand? For them to rob you. And then I'm going to tell you how they rob all these people. Okay? Then, if you go to their house to get your tarot cards read, or your coconuts read, or your dominoes read, or your seashells read, or, they want to read the palm of your hand, or they want to scribble on their hand and look at it with, for you to look at it, or scribble on paper. Let me explain to you how it goes. These people, will actually have, it's like, when you have a club and, like a club. It's like a club. It's a satanic group. And they have a godfather and god kids, daughters and sons that they, scratch. They take a razor blade and they make a little scratch on your body, and you're marked for life, and you're their godsons and goddaughters. Now they have godsons and goddaughters that rob, kill, they know how to break in houses, sell drugs. They have godsons and goddaughters that work at a normal job. Okay? They have gay men, gay women in these groups too. They try to recruit all the people they can. But what I have noticed, they don't care if you're a Christian or a Catholic or a Baptist or Muslim or Asian or black or white. They don't care who you are. They're there. Okay, you come to them. They're going to tell you whatever it is they want to tell you from those tarot cards, making it up. Okay? I'm not going to go through the details. I'm just going to tell you what happened to me. So they'll tell you whatever. Okay? So my neighbor goes to these people. So my neighbors go to these witch doctors, and they find out her whole life. They know everything about her. Okay? But they stay quiet. They keep it a secret. So what they do is they study you. So they decided that this lady across the street decided to go pay a witch doctor to try to move me out of my house. And my ex-husband decided to go to a witch doctor to try to get me out of my house. So, and then I had, that I know of, okay, I had these people, that were my ex-husband and my neighbor that lived across the street and his ex-girlfriend. All of them were coming against me for some dumb reason. She was coming against me because she didn't like the way I look, or she didn't like who I was, or that I wasn't kissing her ass. And she wanted me off the block. And my ex-husband was just an evil person listening to gossip. And his girlfriend was just jealous. So they went to the same witch doctor. Isn't that a coincidence? And the witch doctor decided to follow me around the neighborhood. So he started following me around the neighborhood, and then he got tired of following me through the neighborhood. So he told his goddaughter, his godson, can you follow her once in a while to see what she's doing? So they wanted to know my routine. They wanted to know, what I did when I got up in the morning, where I went, who I talked to, where I hang out at, what time I go home, what time I come back. They wanted to find out the stores I go to, the people I know, who's my kids' friends, who are my friends. So they were investigating my life, you know? And then they see me buying dresses and shoes and clothes once in a while. And they started, they wanted to know if I had a boyfriend or a husband, or how I get money, or do I work? Do I have a bank account? Do I, how do I pay my bills, or where I pay my bills at? They were being jealous because that brought them to rob my house. Little by little, they started robbing keys and possessing children and doing stupid stuff. Then they started coming in my house, trespassing, robbing clothes, They took tools, hammers, screwdrivers. They took gallons of paint to paint their house like a tannish beige, They started robbing dishes and spoons and knives and forks and cups, wine glasses. And I'm like, what the hell they think this is, a department store? I seen myself buying the same thing over and over and over again because they kept robbing me. But I couldn't prove it at the time until I caught them. And then my word against hers, I take it to the court, and the judge finds it hard to believe, or the detective finds it hard to believe. So I noticed that every time I went, so I put it to a test. Let's put it that way. I put it to a test, and I went to the grocery store. There they were. I went on the same day, right there. As soon as I got out the grocery store, I went to Ross. There she was. From Ross, I went to Burlington Factory. There she was. From Burlington Factory, I went to Former Mills. There she was. Then I went to McDonald's. There she was. Then I went for a long ride. There she was behind me. I went to the mall. There she was. I went to get my hair done. There she was. So I said to myself, she's following me. These people are following me. Everywhere I go, there she is. So she wasn't the only one. So I kept watching who was behind me, who was watching me, who was following me. And they all got caught. Every single one of them got caught. There are Hispanic Puerto Ricans and dark-skinned Puerto Ricans and some black people. They all got caught. And then they live right here around me. And they put on my clothes, my daughter's clothes. They have no respect. They have no morals. They're nuts. You got to be a retard to be following people around to rob some clothes. You're pathetic. Because if you go to Walmart, t-shirts only cost like $4. Why can't you go to Walmart and buy some $4 shirts? You wanted them free? I was buying clothes because I wanted to give some gifts to my family members when I go to Puerto Rico. When I go to Florida, I want to give away some stuff. And you robbed me? And that really blew my mind, that my neighbors, knowing that they live here, I'm going to see you with my clothes on. You took pictures off my walls and put them in your house. You took pictures of me. You got to be sick. So I'm like, these people are crazy. And they're not really crazy. They just son of a bitches. And they just rob my house. They come outside and they think I'm dumb or stupid. I'm just keeping my mouth closed because every dog has his day.